I've been researching Mesopotamia my whole life. I remember being fascinated by that civilization ever since I was a preteen. Unlike my friends and schoolmates, I spent my time daydreaming of Sumerian kings and the Euphrates River. I then grew up, went to college, and became a Sumer researcher. I'm not a particularly prominent historian, but I am one of the very best when it comes to translating Sumero-Akkadian cuneiform writing, especially from around 2800 to 2500 BC. I wasn't expecting a lot when I was invited to translate some newfound tablets. I was personally excited, but was sure the contents would be mundane enough. My employer was a little private museum in Istanbul that specialized in artifacts from the Gilgamesh dynasty and prided itself from having snatched these new items from the British Museum. I was welcomed to the airport by the owner's second assistant, a flamboyant and clever Arabic man who spoke English with almost no accent. "I've been assigned to accompany you during your stay, madame. Please inform me of your every need." Ayman was a pleasant man around my age, the Turkish version of an English butler. He gave me space to work, but politely reminded me of making at least 2 meals a day when I was too deep in my work. His presence helped me so much with my productivity. Still, no matter how great an experience it was, I'm terrified of my findings. The following is my translation of one of the tablets.
We humans are being killed daily. Sygil are an inferior species in every way, but they have something we lack. Something that should be a curse, and yet somehow is their biggest strength. They don't know when to give up. They surprised us with their resistance, and they are so numerous. The Sygil took a habit of procreating like the rats or ants, and now they are as numerous as the stars in the sky. They always had plenty of children, but most of them would die of diseases or being attacked by the predators on their precarious houses. That way, their numbers were always around the same, unless they were on war between themselves, which happened constantly, for simple resources like water. But now, some of the Sygils, merely through observation and the trial and error method, learned of our medicine and architecture, and they started to flourish and prosper. Too much. After invading and overpowering their fellow Sygils from other tribes, a group reached our empires and slaughtered us. We hit them back with our better horses, better weapons, better built men, and slayed them. But despite that, they never stopped. They are indefatigable. I wish I could understand why. We're taller, stronger, and dotted with brains they would think only a god could possess, and still they fight. Just because they learned how to walk on 2 legs a while ago, they think they could rule the world. Despite the fact that their reasoning is puny and their sciences are non-existent, they don't even know how vast the world is. That's laughable. Like their ancestors, they're inferior hominids. Their life is only worth after procreation. So their children dead before mating age are useless and forgettable. This primitiveness is what enrages me about them the most. The Sygils want our other secrets, our king. They want to be us. Tired of seeing my sisters and daughters die, I'm utterly ashamed to admit that I was scared and reached out to the king. I advised him to strike a deal with the Sygil. At first, he refused, but after a lot of blood was shed, and only around a few hundreds of us remained, our king, Gilgamesh, finally decided to surrender to the inferior species so that the rest of us could be safe. we would retreat to our underground city and live safely for generations to come. The king would stay with them on the surface to rule them and develop their society, and stay there with them for precisely 4,560 years before we fiercely take our world back. Of course, they agreed. They don't even understand how much time that is, but that's not a lot for us. We never die. We are simply reborn on a new body, on a new generation. Every time, wiser, stronger, purer. We are moving to our fortress deep inside the earth by the ending of the forthcoming Ara Adaru Arku month. We will make no mistake this time. We'll keep the Sygil under constant surveillance and learn all their secrets. Next time, we won't have any weaknesses. Just like they almost did to us, we will destroy them all mercilessly.
I was shocked to realize that we are the Sygil. There's a way more advanced civilization living underground on this planet as you listen to this. By chemical testing, the museum's expert was able to determine the age of this tablet with incredible precision. There's a 13th month with 33 days called Ara Adaru Arku that only appears every 3 years. It was added to compensate for this discrepancy. It wasn't hard for me to convert 4,560 years for them to our Gregorian calendar, using the tablet's age as the year 0. And I found out that the real humans, with their superior brains and hatred for us across millennia, are coming back to reclaim their land soon. How soon? According to my calculations, the 4,560th Sumerian year is this year. Hello everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. This story was one I wanted to do for a very long time, and I finally got to do it, so I'm very, very happy. This story is one that I've heard from Dark Somnium. I don't remember how long ago, but it was a long time ago, and I remember enjoying this story a lot. It's not super often you can find a story that is so short, but so good at the same time, and this is one of those rare occasions where it's like you wish the story was really much longer, and this story really should have been much longer. All in all though, I think this story was amazing. It's awesome, the little twist at the end. I feel like with the writing from the tablet, you can kind of tell where it's going, but nevertheless, it's still a bit shaken when they confirm that we are actually the Sygil. We are the pieces of shit that the actual humans really hate. And then the information that this year is when the actual humans are going to come back. That's pretty scary. It's pretty awesome. I like this story a lot. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments down below, and I'll be reading and responding to every one of you guys like I usually do. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.